you to give a raucous round of applause for my lovely friend Xander. Louder, you guys, come on. Yeah.
Please be nice. I'm sensitive and I can't take it otherwise. I'm so glad to have everybody here today. I'm also a huge Demon Slayer fan, so it is my pleasure to announce the cast that we have here today. I'm just going to check my notes to make sure I say everything right. We've got Abbie Trott, the voice of Nezuko, here. Erika Harlacher Stone, the voice of Shinobu Kocho, the insect Hashira. Kaiji Tang, Saneme Shinazugawa. It's a long one. Kira Buckland, who is Mitsuri Kanroji. And Mark Whitten, Kyojuro Rengoku. He's taking Spider-Man pictures at the moment. But of course, we also have Johnny Young Bosch, the voice of Giyu Tomioka. Yeah! I'll go ahead and pass this mic over here.
Oh, thank you.
This is the entire panel is just us rocking in this chair.
It's very cozy, very comfy.
It's nice, yeah.
We're in the living room. So welcome, everybody.
Thank
it's
you.
so good to have you here. Can you talk a little bit about when you first received that you were getting this character for Demon Slayer and what your first impressions were?
I'm so sorry. Could you repeat the question? We literally just discovered that we could...
Feel free to take a nap. It's just when you first received like either the image or the breakdown for this character, what were your first impressions and how did you find what you were going to do? Nezuko, I think, is really interesting.
I made a mistake sitting on the couch. I'm so jealous.
Oh no!
Yeah, so I got the audition for Nezuko only first. I think they were probably casting the main 4 characters.
Sure.
And I had just heard of Demon Slayer like 2 weeks before this came out.
Yeah.
I saw it trending on Twitter and I was like, Demon Slayer, what's that? What a cool concept. I'll watch this anime when it comes out. And then I got the audition. I was like, oh my gosh, I know what this is.
Yeah.
And it was two scenes.
Okay.
One of them was Nezuko as a human saying...
So you did get to say words.
I did say words. I said, it's a scene where Tanjiro's about to head off to the village and Nezuko is carrying Rokuta. Calls after Tanjiro, and then
I felt that.
horrible things happen while he's away. I don't want to spoil anything.
No spoilers. Yeah.
My entire family dies.
But you're fine, right? You're fine.
And so the second scene was Nezuko turned into a demon, so it was just like feral growling.
Sure.
And at the time, I had just adopted a new kitten. And Perfect. And at the time, my booth was my closet. So I spent 30 minutes in the closet growling and making horrifying noises.
That was me before I came out.
When I did come out, my poor kitten was traumatized. And I don't think he's ever recovered.
Oh, wow.
He's fine. But then, so when I booked the role, I was, it's always a shock because you send auditions out into the ether, and I try to not expect to hear back just because to avoid, disappointment or getting too attached to something.
Sure.
With the role, so I was just ecstatic because it seemed like such a cool show, and then I had no idea that it would become so insanely popular.
Yeah.
So it's been awesome. Yeah.
Awesome. How about for you, Kira?
Yeah, so I auditioned for a couple other characters earlier on in the show, and then when Mitsuri came around, I did not think I was going to book it. I had seen people cosplaying the character, thought she was super cute, but I just, it's one of those things that I know it's bad to do, but I feel like a lot of actors do this, where we get an audition and we're like, okay, yeah, I'll submit, but this person and this person and this person and this person that I know would be a totally better fit for this or whatever. But I'm just going to try my best, put it out there, forget it. And when I got the notice that I was cast, which was in January 2020, it came at a time when I needed it most, because I was having one of those crises of feeling, as silly as it sounds, feeling like I was never going to work on a show that really meant a lot to people, and that was kind of where I was at the point. I was like, I want to work on a show, like particularly an anime that, you know, people feel like it changes their lives or it's something like that's really special to people. And I got the notice that I was cast as Mitsuri, and it was like the time it meant the most to me.
That's amazing. Yeah, moving down the line. Yeah. Applause.
I remember it was just an audition that was sent to me, and I remember just seeing the image of Giyu and his like blue eyes, and it looked very interesting and different from anime that I'm used to. I'm like, wow, it's just like solid blue eyes, you know. It didn't have like the little anime eye or whatever stuff, and I was like, this looks really neat. And then basically just and they had like a couple. I think there was a couple clips that I could watch, and I saw like the actual animation, and I thought, holy cow, this looks amazing. I was like, I got to do my best because I want to be a part of whatever this is. I wasn't familiar with it or anything. I was just like, this looks really neat, so I just did what felt right for the character. It's beautiful. You know? Yeah.
So when I got the audition for Shinobu, I looked at the picture of her and I was like, why do I recognize this picture? Because when I was in high school, I watched anime, but I don't have a lot of time to watch anime anymore. Sad. And so I went to go walk my dog, and in my neighborhood, one of the cars had a sticker of Shinobu on it. Whoa! And I was like, oh! That's the character I just got an audition for. And then I was like, she must be popular. If people want her, I better try and do a good job. And then I was doing research while I was doing the audition, and I found out that the Japanese voice actress for Shinobu, I'm pretty sure also voices Elizabeth in Seven Deadly Sins and Yumiko in Kakagurui, and I voiced both of those in the English version. And I was like, okay, I know how to kind of get her like breathy thing down. Yeah. And so, whenever I send auditions in, sometimes I send like as close to the Japanese as I can for one take, and then I do a take where I just do whatever I want. Nice. And then I got cast, and the very first episode that she appears in is when we have like 2 lines, and we're just like, yeah, okay, we got this. And I was like, why is there a sticker of her? She just seems like kind of regular. She didn't even do anything cool. And then the next episode she was in was when she was fighting the spider demon, and I was like, oh, okay, I get it. I understand the sticker. But yeah, I was very excited that I got cast as her, and that audition went out after the show. It was like episode 25 that they show up in. So the show had already started airing in English, I think, and I was like, people seem to really like it. I want to know what's going on. The only way I get to watch anime anymore is if I'm in it and I'm recording in the booth. So hey, I'm glad I got to watch some scenes. It's very exciting.
How about for you, Kaiji?
I literally auditioned for everyone but Sanemi. When I auditioned for every male Hashira, and then they were like, okay, cool, here's this one. You're cast as Sanemi. I'm like, cool, I've never seen this character before in my life, right? So the first day in the booth was my first introduction to Sanemi, and at first I was like, this kid is a jerk, bro. Yeah. Stabbing Nezuko, what is wrong with him? Right? I was like, so at first I didn't like Sanemi at all. I was just like, this kid sucks, bro. And then, but of course, then I got really into Demon Slayer and I started reading it, and I was like, oh, it's the trauma. Okay, I get it. It's the family. I gotcha. Still poor reason to be stabbing, Nezuko. Still poor reason. But yeah, so I got cast as him despite never having read for him.
Wow. A lot of you play these characters that have a huge range of emotions or not quite a range of emotions. Oh, we've got another addition. He's here.
Hey, let's go. It's Mr. Tasty himself. What up, dude?
Yes,
that's right. You gotta. We stole the super, super comfy seats.
So this is Mark Whitten, and the first question that went around, what was your first impression when you got the image or the breakdown of Rengoku and how you approached it?
He's all eyes.
Yeah.
He's just. Once I was able to break my stare from the lovely image of Rengoku, it just kind of flows from there. I don't know. Now I'm not privy to what everyone else said.
Ooh, your answer was the best one. Don't worry about it.
Don't butter me up. No, it's kind of latching onto things like that though is a big starting point. is just and you know, like the posture, how the character is presented, which is something that's kind of cool. We get the benefit of seeing a lot of the finished product already, and then of course hearing the finished performances, which we get to key in as well. So we have a lot of wonderful cues, and yeah, I was just. Bug Eyes, if Bryce were here, Bug Eyes puts it very well. And when you take that and maybe don't lean into the craziness of it, that was kind of my window in.
Sure, yeah.
Personally.
Well, so as I was mentioning before, some of you are playing very like cool, calm, collected characters, and some are very angry or very over the top. Do you have any advice for people who maybe want to get into voice acting, into how to tap into that or let the emotions come through when you have this script that's already written in front of you?
Sure. So I think, you know, just as actors, like the number one thing we have to learn how to do is to do exactly that, right? So we're all these like crazy, empathetic, weird social animals, right? And each of us has a little part in our lizard brains that can sort of suss out if someone is being honest, if they're feeling something or not. We've all sort of gone through it, right? If your friend's really happy about something, it's easy for you to be really happy with them. If your friend's crying, it's really easy for you to like empathize and be sad with them, right? So we as actors have to keep that in mind, that people can tell. Right? So the easiest and most consistent way of doing it is, I make fun of method all the time, but emotional recall is really, really, really useful. So for actors, whenever we experience emotion, like a heavy emotional period in our lives, most people will try not to think about it because, you know, it could be painful or whatever. We just sort of be like, this is going to be so useful. You know, like, So to bring it out in the performance, and hopefully you guys will, you know, it'll trick the little lizard part of your brain to be like, oh, that person's really sad, you know? Like, so I try to keep that in mind when we do that stuff.
That's so funny, because there were times when I was earlier on in my career, if I was like really sobbing, like really sad, I took out my notes app and I was like, okay, my face feels hot and my shoulders are tight and I feel the way my throat is tight, to like do research on my own emotions. And when I was in college, I was a theater major, and I was having a lot of trouble in scenes where I was supposed to like cry on cue, right? I had a lot of trouble when I was first starting off. And all the techniques they were telling me to do, they just weren't working. And so there was one night where I was watching the show Sherlock.
Yeah!
And it was the scene where Watson's talking to Sherlock's grave. And I was just like sobbing while I was watching it. And I was like, oh, I have to do a scene in class this week where I'm supposed to cry. Okay, hold on. I think I have a brilliant idea. So when I went into class later that week, I was like, give me a minute, please. And I like turned around and I thought about the scene. And I started crying because I was thinking about Watson talking to Sherlock. And then I turned around and I did the scene, and my partner didn't cry on cue like she was supposed to. And so the teacher was like, Erika, brilliant. You did it. You really tapped into those emotions. And I was like, yes, I did. Thank you very much. But it was a breakthrough moment, because then I was like, oh, I can just, like, I know myself. And I know that I get really invested in like stories. And so now if I need to start feeling a strong emotion and I can't like find it in myself, I think about like a story that made me feel that emotion while I was like reading it or watching it or something. And you know, it's a little trick that maybe my acting teacher would be sad to hear.
No, I mean, it's kind of cyclical, right? You're reacting to an actor's performance, and then your performance is going to elicit an emotion from someone else watching.
And listen, he was really good in that performance.
Martin Freeman, yeah.
Yeah. It's amazing. Morgan Freeman's a great actor. Who knew? No.
You're right.
Yeah.
Anybody else, any thoughts on channeling either the cool, calm demeanor and having to keep everything sort of level, or grunting to express emotions, then eventually learning to talk?
So as many of you know, Nezuko doesn't speak as much as some of the other characters in the show. But she's very interesting to voice because there are so many versions of her in the show.
Yeah.
So like there's the human version, we already talked about that, then demonification, and then she's like little chibi Nezuko, and so she's a little higher pitched and kind of like a little kid, and then there's like her evolved demon form where she's like feral, growling, you know, and maniacally laughing and stomping Daki in the face. And then there's like a little bit in the entertainment district where she's like buff Nezuko, and she's like, big brother. really weird, and you're like, what's happening?
Yeah.
And then there's now, spoiler alert, Nezuko in the Sun, where she's
right.
like learning to speak again, kind of like a baby in very simplistic words.
Welcome home, Inosuke.
Yay!
And all of those versions of her exist, and so for me as an actor, it's really interesting to see where this character goes. And I also really do like to do creature voices, so the feral growling is fun for me, even though it's horrible for your voice.
Yeah.
Really bad. I had to do like so much vocal rest after the fight with Daki, because that was like all growling and then bawling hysterically, and then the next day I was like, and I'm not talking.
Wow, you recorded it all at once?
Yeah.
Yikes.
But it is for me, I in real life like don't express emotions all over the place. I'm pretty like even keeled. Like I rarely cry, but when I'm acting, all of the emotions come out, and that's
You're
why
saving
I
it.
love doing it. It's like that's my way of expressing emotion. And so like I cry probably in the booth more than anywhere else.
Wow. And that's probably the director's fault somehow. Yeah. Yeah, well, and then a lot of you have been working kind of in the industry for a while, and we mentioned this earlier that with Demon Slayer and more anime that are coming out, there's sort of this simuldub. So there's this pressure to kind of get things done quickly. Can you talk a bit about like how the industry has changed based off of what had been done in the past and now?
I know you guys love simuldubs, but as actors, I don't like them. They're so, it's because we have to get things done so fast now. It's like 1-2 takes and they're like, that's good enough, let's go.
Sure.
Whereas like when I did Toradora, which was the first anime English dub that NIS America did, they specifically were like, take as much time as you need to make this show good.
Wow.
And so we were allowed to like do the whole scene and then watch through it. Like Alex would show the full scene at the end and he'd be like, what do you think? Like, is there anything that you like want to change or like want to try? And like, it's such a different process.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's no time for that anymore. And I miss that a lot because I feel like Toradora is still something that people, you know, they watch it every year. And I think part of the reason is because we were allowed to really act, like, so, and really finesse things more. So, you know, it's a lot harder when you go in and you're like, oh God, okay, all right, I gotta get this amount of lines done in this amount of time, or else everything will explode. Like, there's literally no time. And we have to kind of like be on, like if we're gonna go out of town, it's like a huge deal.
Sure.
Yeah, and I'm like, I have 3 lines in this episode and I have to not go on a vacation, so.
Yikes.
So, I know you guys like it, and I'm happy for you. That's what I'll say about that.
Yeah. I think the very first simuldub was the Space Dandy show. Remember that Space Dandy show? So we can all thank Patrick Seitz for inventing the simuldub accidentally. Yeah. No, I mean, you know, I like consistent work. I like being able to go in week after week, but Erika's right. It does really put a hamper on regular life when you actually want to travel somewhere and you want to like take a vacation with the family, right? And you know, so you only have the 1 week before you have to get right back in there. So yeah, I mean, great for the audience, terrible for us.
I will say for Demon Slayer in particular, I feel like we've got to spend a bit more time working on that show. I think partly because the show is something that is so important to a lot of fans, and we really want to take time to get it right. So with that particular show, I haven't felt right. I mean, I don't know how it is for the main characters, but even when my episodes were pretty heavily featured, I still feel like we got to take time, which I really appreciated, and we had, you know, people from the team sitting in to provide feedback as well. So a lot of care goes into the show.
Yeah, I actually don't consider Demon Slayer a simuldub. Yeah,
Sure.
I feel like it's not. I don't think it is. Yeah, because that's not the experience of Demon Slayer.
So it is project to project too, right?
Mm-hmm.
There are certain projects that are going to still take that time, and I was just for Mugen Train. A lot of times we don't get. I don't know if you guys get the scripts beforehand, but for Mugen Train, I had the script a good I had a good week or two before we recorded Mugen Train, and I was
That has literally never happened to me before in my entire life. What?
I never got the full script, and I didn't know what happened to your character until
Because something big
For real?
happens.
Oh my god.
dubbing the Nezuko scenes, which are mostly not like she has a few scenes on the train when she's fighting, but a lot of the action is just the boys. You know, like Inosuke and Tanjiro on top of the train, and then the whole end.
Well, shoot. I guess, was I not supposed to tell you all that they gave? Oh, shoot. Okay.
I wonder-
I'm sorry.
I'll be emailing my agent today.
I wonder if that was their way
maybe
of
they
telling
trust
you.
us more.
Oh, man.
Somebody doesn't come.
That is accurate.
They're like, oh, we have
Here,
to
you
tell
want-
him what happens to his character, but we'll just send him the script and he'll figure it out for himself. But yeah, so with going into this project specifically, each of the characters have their own demon like abilities that they're summoning, whether it be elemental or insects or things like that. Have you given any thought about what your elemental opening would be or your attacks? And would it be different than your character?
Our personal.
Yeah.
Personal
I'm asking
movements.
personal questions.
Yes.
Hard hitting.
Can mine be like nap related?
Yeah.
Like a Snorlax who
Yeah.
like his biggest attack is going to sleep. yeah, I would figure out a way to weaponize that.
Yeah.
Like Zenitsu, but without so much moving. After you're asleep, you just sleep.
Just sleep. No sleepwalking or fighting.
I'm just healing. They can hit me as much as they want. And
Mine's very complicated. I would have dairy breathing, but I'm lactose intolerant. So it's like a very complicated, breathing technique because I have to get over my own weaknesses.
Yeah. That got philosophical at the end.
Yeah, right? No, it's very deep, very
Uh-huh.
deep, the dairy breathing, yeah.
I would do paper cut breathing.
Ooh.
Just a million tiny paper cuts.
Who hurt you, Abby?
Yeah, right?
And then lemon juice. Sweet lemon juice out of it.
Burns.
Ooh, student loan breathing. Yeah. Like every time you use it, someone's student loans get tripled. You know what I mean? Like
Crippling dead breath.
Yeah, crippling dead
form.
no.
Yeah.
Or like inflation
Inflation,
breathing.
yeah.
Every time I use it, the egg prices go up even more.
So we are going to be opening it up also to some audience questions. We've got an audience mic down there too if you wanted to start beginning lining up. But just one last thing throughout you guys, is there anything that you haven't gotten to say about Demon Slayer? Because I know you've done a lot of panels and talked about these characters a lot. Is there anything that you wanted to share about the experience or what people are seeing that you hope to get across?
So I don't know about anyone else, but I am a pretty big fan of Demon Slayer, and my favorite arc is Infinity Castle, and I've been looking forward to Infinity Castle for many, many, many years. So I hope you guys really enjoy it when the movies come out, because I think they're going to do them justice. Like, it's going to be real good, you guys.
Yeah, go see the Infinity Castle movies because I
Yes.
think all of us have been really excited about them. So, yeah.
We'll go ahead and take some questions. Hello. Yeah. We can't lower the mic. Raise the person.
My name is Jimena, and my question is, what is your favorite movie?
What is your favorite movie?
Specifically Demon Slayer or just all movies?
All movies.
All movies! This is why I asked. Why I
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. Okay.
Big
My-
pressure.
One of my favorite movies is Princess Mononoke. Yes. And I just saw it in theaters in 4K and IMAX. It was crazy good.
Yeah.
Yay. I was going to jump on the Ghibli train as well. My favorite is Spirited Away.
Nice.
I have an obsession with Back to the Future to the point where I literally saved up for an entire year to buy a car like in the movie.
Nice.
Okay, so this is an interesting answer because, while it's not technically my favorite movie, I have seen this movie more times than any other film I've in my entire life. Gremlins 2, okay?
Specifically
Gremlins
2.
2. Specifically 2. The first one was great, right? Gremlins 2 is so stupid, you guys. It's the dumbest movie I've ever seen in my life, but also if it ever comes on TV, I will not change the channel. You know what I mean? It's incredible.
Have you seen the Key and Peele sketch?
Yeah. It's excellent.
I love the Spider-Verse movies so
Yeah,
much.
good call.
I saw the first one so many times in theaters, and I kept forcing people to go with me because I was like, no, you got to see it. It's amazing. And then also the Lego movie is one of my favorites. And Lego Batman, too. Yeah.
Anyone?
I was trying to think of something new so you guys would know. I don't know anything new. For me, like, it's older stuff, but like for a few dollars more. It's a spaghetti western. Yeah, all of mine are weird. Bittersweet Life. Like, what is that? What's out now? Yeah. What do you think?
The Minecraft movie.
You're just more sophisticated than the rest of us. Yeah. And cultured. Mm-hmm.
That's how the rest of them.
Thank you, Jimena.
Thank you for the question. Yeah.
Thank you.
Sorry, I'm a little nervous. Hey, so it's nice seeing you again, Kira and Erika, and I'm meeting Abbie. I was gonna say that. I'm just meeting you guys. This is a question for those that I haven't met yet, and I just met like this year in this con. I wanted to ask it, but honestly, after hearing how you guys got your roles, I don't even want to ask it anymore. So I'm just gonna go with a different question. But the original question was just subs versus dubs, but I want to change that. I want to change that though. I really do. Yeah. Go with the new one. Yeah. I really want to. So speaking of emotional stuff, because you guys, let me just say, you guys put a lot of emotions into these characters that when I watch it, it doesn't even feel like I'm watching an anime. It feels like I'm watching something real because you guys really put a lot into it, and I cry so much. It's like, damn, you guys are good. That's acting. But that being said, my question is real quick, what is the most emotional thing that you have seen? And it can be anything, movie, video games, anime, you name it. What's the most emotional thing that you've seen in a scene that made you cry really hard?
Yeah, as this is going to, again, be one of those obscure things. It's called Nobody Knows. Has anybody seen this? Have
I
you
gotta
not
check
seen
it out.
this?
I'll check it out.
It's a Japanese... Yeah, nobody knows.
Nobody knows. Yeah.
It's a Japanese film, and it's about, like, it's loosely based on a true story where this mom kind of leaves her kids, and it's extremely sad. Like, the oldest kid is, like, running around trying to, like,
I have
get
seen
money
this.
to take care of their... Yeah.
It is really sad.
Very depressing things happen.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't recommend seeing it if you don't, unless you want to cry.
Yeah.
You describing it, you're making me want to cry now.
Yeah. Well, it's extremely. I mean, you probably won't see it, but there's a moment where the littlest one passes, and the older brother
doesn't know what to do.
digging a grave with his hands and covered. It's so sad.
Yeah.
It's so dark, but it's one of those things where I'm like, in a way, I was like, that's a really good movie, but I never want to see it again.
Right.
Kind of a thing, you know what I mean? Anytime a kid gets hurt on, it's just.
Yeah.
And it was like hunger, It's like starving and just sad.
Same vein. Mine is Grave of the Fireflies.
Yes.
Oh my God. It's the same thing where I watched it once and I was like, that was so good. I'm never watching that ever again.
Yeah.
So I don't even fully remember the whole plot. I just know it's about these two kids during, I think, World War II. And their parents were killed, I believe, and they're like displaced. Oh my God, I cried so hard. I was like a child watching this in the back seat. It was like on a road trip, and we had a car that had like the TVs, and I was just in the back seat being like, ah!
That's what they put on for the car ride?
And my parents were like, it's a cartoon.
Oh no.
And I was traumatized forever.
Yeah.
And so sad. I've never watched anything that traumatized me that much.
Even the title's a red flag.
Yeah.
Grave of the Fireflies. A great driving movie. I got two answers for this. One when I was a little kid and one when I was older. For when I was older, I watched Anohana, the flower we saw that day. It was it came out in 2011, and it was like the saddest thing I had ever experienced. Literally every episode, you're like bawling. You're like, oh my God, these kids, they're trying to get over the death of their friend, right? But when I was a kid, I remember bawling my eyes out when I watched the first Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie. Because Raphael got really hurt, you guys, okay? And Raphael, and they were trying to like make him feel better. He was in the bathtub, and I was like, Mom, the turtle, he's hurt. They're putting water on him. Is he gonna be okay? And that was my first heartbreaking experience in cinema. Was Raphael. Yeah.
I was gonna shout out Grave of the Fireflies. I'm gonna name a few. The Fox and the Hound.
Oh.
Why? Coco Gum.
Oh yeah.
And then also the Acro Silky episode of Dandadan is so, it's like devastating to me on another level because it's like an existential crisis for me. Like it's sad and then it's also an existential crisis. So it's a whammy.
Double whammy.
For me, I'm a sucker for music, and I grew up doing a lot of musical theater. So not just like certain musicals that I definitely like tear up at, Floyd Collins' Rent. I mean, stuff like that really like, there's something about when the story is expressed through song, but even right down to like, I'll listen to albums, like there's stuff by, like I listen to My Chemical Romance and I'm crying. Yeah. Like at certain things, I'm like, there's something about it that, I don't know, music just has a very, there's a very personal effect in my own life, and I love just throwing my headphones on and sitting there and just kind of meditating on these songs and like allowing the melodies and the singers to kind of take you on that journey. That to me is like, it's so emotional, so emotionally charged.
Yeah. And Kira, do you have anything that makes you sad?
I can't think of anything specific, but if there's anything involving cats, happy or sad, I will just cry.
You just want to hug every
1 to 5, so.
Kira has never cried in her life.
Oh my God. Have you played like the beginning of Stray by any chance?
I played all of Stray and I cried.
Oh God.
Everything. I was like, no, I just want to give this cat love, and it's kind of like one of my cats.
All right. Well, I just want to say thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it. Everyone, shout outs to them.
Yay, thank you.
Box of tissues.
Hello, I met a few of you already. My question is obviously you guys have voiced a lot of different characters. Which characters do you think would mesh really well with your Demon Slayer character versus someone that would be the complete opposite?
Ooh, good question. Of the characters in your roster, who would get along with the Demon Slayer character? Who would be the opposite?
We're stumped.
You can do a complete like 180. Who would be the opposite? Like whichever one's easier.
Well, I mean, Gojo and Sonami would be hilarious together,
That
right?
would be hilarious.
Sonami would be so mad. Like,
And then Gojo would just be playing.
Gojo would just like have his phone in front of Sonami. It's like, hey, bro, what's up? How are your parents? Ooh, sorry, bro. Like,
But at the end, they'd be like, same hair.
You're just like, well.
I think Shinobu would get along with almost all of my characters because I feel like as long as they don't personally wrong her, she's like, yeah, okay, let's be friends. Yeah. Like that's fine. And a lot of my characters fight for justice, and I think she'd be like, that's very honorable. I like it. I don't have a specific one. Sorry.
Oh, it's okay.
I think Rengoku, he has a personality that I think can get along with so many people. I think that of all, like maybe Mikitaka might frustrate him from JoJo's. Like you would find Mikitaka's very essence to be perhaps somewhat confusing. He might get along a little bit better with someone like Kazuha, who's also like a fellow swordsman. Maybe they're not the same vibe, but again, I feel like Rengoku has this personality that is just like, he is there for people in general. So I think there'd be very few personalities, save for like, a demon, that he wouldn't get along with.
Exactly. How about for Mitsuri? Would Jolene get along with Mitsuri?
But I was going to say Sprigatito from Pokemon.
Oh, yeah.
Because I believe it is canon that Mitsuri has cats.
Yeah.
And she has like the different, the cat-related love-breathing forms, which are my favorite. So I think it would be so cute, and Sprigatito would also match the green in her hair.
I feel like Nezuko and Magic would get along pretty well because they both got the demon side, right? Yeah, and I don't know. Nezuko would probably get along with everybody, but I'm gonna say Carly from Back 4 Blood. She wouldn't get along because Carly is mean to everybody. So.
I mean, the pressure. So I don't know. Giyu, in my head, I was thinking like Kiba and Wolf's Rain, but then I was like, I don't know if that's fair to say that for people here that obviously don't know Wolf's Rain.
Well, that is
you do.
Please watch Wolf's Rain.
You
It's
guys
incredible.
know.
It
You
is
guys know.
incredible.
The rest of you, too bad.
If you know, you know. Awesome. Well, thank you so much, you guys.
Thank you.
Come out of there.
Good shirt.
Thank you.
Oh, it may just tilt down.
Thank you. Gave us the stickers, right?
Yeah.
We loved them.
Thank you. So I was gonna ask, what would be your Demon Slayer character's karaoke song?
Whoa!
Burn, baby, burn, Disco Inferno.
Yeah.
First thing that comes to mind.
I'm not just saying this because of the favorite movie question earlier. I think it actually fits with the character. That's the power of love.
Literally, the love Hashira.
I feel like, the easy answer for Sonomi would be something like death metal, right? But in my head, he would secretly really love like random Disney songs. You know what I mean? Like he would sing it by himself so no one could hear. Like he has the entire Nightmare Before Christmas soundtrack memorized for no reason.
The one that goes, "You're my butterfly, oh my daisy." Yeah, that's all I can think of. Or I feel like she would do some like screamo song, and everyone would be like, "What? Shinobu?" And she'd be like, "What? I don't know. That's just in my soul." Yeah.
I got you, Johnny. All by myself. I wanna be.
Nezuko's gonna sing Kurenge.
Yeah.
That's a good question.
Good question. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Mason. I love Demon Slayer. It's like one of my top 5 favorite animes. But my question was for Johnny. I'm also a huge Devil May Cry fan. I've been playing it like my whole life. And I was wondering, like, were you confused when they called you to play the Netflix show? Like, you thought you were going to be Nero, and they said, no, actually, you're Dante?
It's not how it worked out. I auditioned for an untitled project, and the character's name was David. And so I got the call that I had the part, and then they told me it was Devil May Cry, and the role is Dante. And I told them, hang on a second. Do you guys know that I was actually already in the game as a different character? And then eventually I was the showrunner told me that he wrote the part for me to play.
Wow.
So
that's cool.
At that moment, it was like, well, what do I do?
Yeah, now you have to.
It's like, do I go like, yeah, thanks, but no. It's one of those things where I'm like, okay, well, I need to figure it out and own this role. And so there's a bigger weight on my shoulder at that point as well. So, yeah, I kind of was like, all right, well, here we go. See where we go with it.
Nero's also my favorite character. He's got the best devil trigger out of the 3 of them.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
My name's Carson, and what's your favorite line and why?
What's your favorite line from their Demon Slayer characters, and why?
My favorite line is not in the show yet. It's not really a spoiler, but it's a line he says in the manga to one of the upper moons when he fights them, and it has a bad word in it. So I'm not gonna say the whole thing, but it basically he sees this demon, he walks up to him, and he's like, "I am the wind that will rip your head off." B word.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, and I know for a fact that they're not gonna want me to say the B word, but I'm gonna fight for it so hard, you guys.
I'm very sure I said it to you, this is why no one likes you. She's so sassy. I love her. It's so funny. And I love your response.
I don't think I'm disliked.
Yeah. So funny. I love it.
Mine, I'm not sure if it's my favorite, but it's up there. So there's a movie, and I was like, oh, sweet, there's a movie. And then like, yeah, if you come in, we need you for this amount of time. And I was like, well, it's a short amount of time. Okay. So I spent 2 hours in traffic to get to the studio. And I said, is that so? And then they're like, that's it, Johnny. And I said, There's nothing in the background, no miscellaneous, nothing.
Yeah.
They're like, nope, we're good. So, yeah, I'm like, anything? Nothing?
That was Mugen Train? That's just your reaction? I felt it, man. I felt it.
Yeah.
I felt that 2 hours behind that. They're like, is that so good? Definitely Set Your Heart Ablaze is my favorite by far. Mostly because, I don't know, actually mostly at this point now because of all y'all and like just coming to cons and seeing just like the effect that this show has had on folks and hearing the story behind that and how it affects every individual person. So yeah, we were always like, we went in, we're like, that's the catchphrase. And I was like, oh, this isn't just a catchphrase. It's something quite different. And so yeah, super special to me.
A lot of people ask what my favorite love breathing forms are, and I really like the cat love shower and the cat like winds of love for obvious reasons.
I said it before and I'll say it again.
Welcome home,
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Oh dear.
Cute.
Hello.
Hello.
My question is for Johnny. What during the recording session for Dragon Ball Superhero, what's it like working with Sean Shemo and Charles Martinet?
Well, I didn't work side by side with them, and all I did was scream.
Sounds like Dragon Ball.
Yeah, it is mostly screaming. And then, and I don't even know if there were other people in at that point, or at least I don't remember hearing them. So it's great to be in it with them.
Awesome.
But yeah, I usually don't. I mean, it was screaming mostly. Yeah.
I see. Oh, in the words of Mario by Charles Martinet, Mamma Mia, you're all number one.
Thank you.
Hello.
Hi.
My question is, how did you guys react when Nezuko innocently lit Uzui on fire?
I thought it was hilarious.
I liked it.
Yeah.
I think she's going to be just fine. I approve.
Yay, thank you.
Hi.
Hi.
My question was, who do you think your characters would pick in Mario Kart?
Who would be their main in Mario Kart? Yeah. Princess Peach? Yeah, Yoshi. Lots of
I
Yoshi
always
fans.
pick Luigi. Yeah, but Shinobu, I feel for some reason I think she would pick Rosalina, but I don't really have a reason. I just kind of feel like she would like her.
Pretty.
Yeah, pretty.
Sonomy would probably pick Bowser, but then would be like, why is he so slow?
Like Rengoku's like a Mario, just straight Mario.
Yeah.
Right down the barrel there.
If it's the new one, the cow.
Yeah, in world. Thank you for the question.
Hi, my name's Lily.
Hi.
So I know how you mentioned how like sometimes when you're feeling like a really emotional, like in your personal life, and you're like, I gotta use this for voice acting. Is there any other like aspects of voice acting, or like maybe even like voice tics from the characters you guys like voice act that like kind of bleed into your personal life?
Interesting. Yeah, not just the emotional, but maybe some of the voices or things like that, or just a phrase or something like that you might say around the house.
After JJK happened, I have said the phrase "you crying" so many times.
It's everywhere.
So many times, like literally, like I feel so bad for my sister specifically because that scene made it onto TikTok really quickly, right? And she has to see it over and over and over. So every once in a while, she'll just text me and be like, "Why do I have to live like this?"
I don't think I don't know if I did this beforehand and now it's just noticeable to myself and my husband. But I feel like a lot of times I accidentally end up doing kind of like a Venti from Genshin Impact voice when I'm feeling very like upset or like I don't know, playful, gremlin-y. And then my husband will be like, "Are you being Venti right now?" And I'm like, "No, I don't know. I was just mad." Yeah. So, but potentially that happened because of Venti. But I feel like maybe I did that before. I don't know.
So my daughter would tell me about her school or her volleyball thing, and then I will say, "Is that so?" and then I'm like, "Wait, no, that's not right." "Is that so?" And it's like, "What are you doing?" Sorry.
You already recorded that. They're not doing a retake.
I only did it once.
You just wanted your A, B, and C. I don't know if any ticks. I mean, I think we all have just a bunch of stuff that's living up there. I feel like a lot of the ticks that I have are like inside jokes with my own wife, or like anything that I didn't book, but we like get a kick out of.
Sure.
We do like side weird story. We do on hold voicing for like. So if you live in the Seattle area and like call pet stores or like dentist's office or senior living homes, you probably hear Rengoku talking about all the wonderful amenities that they have there.
Oh, that was you?
Yeah, that's me. But we most of our running jokes are that we just continually like mess up on the copy, or there's like typos, and so we relentlessly make fun of the on-hold copy to each other, and they don't know at all. We have like a folder for all of our flubs. And it is just growing and growing, and we're like, we got to just send this to them without context at some point in time. So
The
yeah,
whole stack.
yeah, just the whole stack. And now we just start. I'll auto tune myself doing it too. I'll like go in, edit my stuff down, and be like, I raised my pitch and auto tuned myself. Listen to this.
Mark, have you never broken out a tasty at a restaurant? Like just wait.
I've gotten like stares across the table, being like, "I'm going to do it."
You're
And
gonna
I'm
do
like,
it? Is it tasty?
I'm not gonna disrupt. There was like a full-on Demon Slayer table. Like it was Halloween, and my wife was practically kicking me under the table. She was like, "Say it, say it." Like, I can't.
Can I say really quick? So I'm signing right next to him today, right? Or this whole weekend. And my wife, Marcy's first experience with Demon Slayer was the Mugen Train movie, and she fell in love with Rengoku so hard, and of course not knowing what happens to him at the end, right? And 20 minutes away from the end of the movie, she was like, "I'm sold on this show. I can't wait to watch the whole thing, right? Learn all about Rengoku." So her sitting next to him and hearing "tasty" like 20 times this weekend, she was like, "I'm so depressed."
Her dreams were crushed.
That's kind of alive.
Yeah.
Do you have one, Kira? I was gonna say, like, if I have an accent, I notice that I bring that home with me, and I can't imagine what it's like to live with me. It's so annoying.
Oh no!
I just don't even realize I'm doing it, but yeah.
Can we get a panel with Hector explaining what it's like to live with you? And be
I
like,
would love
oh my
that.
God. Today, different Abbie came home.
Do you guys accidentally, if you hear an accent, sometimes repeat what they're saying?
Like mimicking.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And my husband's always like, "Can you please stop?" If we're watching something that's like an Irish show or something, and I'm like, "I'm so sorry. They said that word really cool. I want to learn how to do it."
Right.
Yeah.
My bad.
I feel like everybody has a pet voice too, something you talk with dogs or cats with.
There you go. Now the idea's
Yeah. Great question. Thank you. And I think we'll have time for these three, but then we'll be wrapping up.
Yeah, I just had a quick question for Johnny. The most recent Power Rangers movie that you like cameoed in?
Once and Always?
Yeah. One of my coworkers, she's convinced that, like, was it a good experience for you? Because she thinks you looked very annoyed and didn't want to be there. And I told her that it's a character.
Hey,
I
was playing a commander.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
My character has matured. No, I had a great time there. I got to go to New Zealand, and I worked 2 days. I was there for like 2 weeks. It was great.
That's what I told her. I was like, you wouldn't be in the movie if you didn't want to be there. So.
No, yeah, it was
fun.
I mean, I had a good time. But I was playing I mean, my character was bummed because we weren't going to make it in time to help out. So you can tell her that. I was in character. I mean, she picked up on the right thing. I was, but
Yeah, we argue about it all the
it's
time.
not me.
so-
You're such a good actor.
Right,
That
I was
it
so
has to be
amazing.
true. Yeah.
It's believable.
It's the opposite.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yo, what's up? My name is Ray, and my question is, if you were to be transported into the Demon Slayer universe, which Hashira would you train with and why?
Ooh, who would be your Hashira mentor?
I would leave immediately. What are you talking about? I would not be training with any of those guys. I would be like, see ya, this place sucks, to be honest. Like,
That was gonna be my answer. I was like, do we have to? I don't want to. I would die so fast. I don't want to do that. So
would break everyone.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no. So nobody.
Nobody. Okay.
Yeah, I think it would be. It's like, what sort of pain are you interested in?
Yeah.
With any of the Hashira are going to be super hard on you. I don't know. Yeah. Does anyone have an actual?
Shinobu.
I was gonna say Shinobu.
I wouldn't train with a Hashira. I would ask Genya where he got his gun because I feel like that's the right way to go, right? Like I feel like if you're
Gun
gonna be
Hashira.
there, get the gat, get America breathing.
They're saying they're like 5-minute long, like this breathing, blah blah blah, that blah, 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 and yeah, you're just like, boom, I'm done. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Hi, my name is Lincoln, and I was wondering, what is your favorite upper rank demon?
Ooh, do we have a favorite?
Lincoln, is your nickname Link?
Yeah.
That's so cool. I like Akaza because of his tats.
Yeah. Any of your favorite upper demons?
Now, when you say upper right demon, what does that mean? For just the other people in the audience who don't know. I know, but just like explain further.
The upper ranks are the 6 most powerful demons right
You said
under-
upper rank, not upper right. I was like, what?
Oh.
Are there upper left demons? Like,
Upper rank.
yeah, upper rank. This makes so much more sense. Okay, but I still don't know. So
I mean, does Muzan count as one? Does he count as one? I just like him not just because he's got the Michael Jackson aesthetic, right? But he's voiced by my good friend Greg Chun, and I think he does a terrific job, and I love everything Greg does. So Muzan.
I like Daki and Gyutaro, so I'll take the 2 for 1 on that.
Sure.
Daki's the spider one, right?
No, Daki is the Obi. She's the geisha.
Yes.
Yeah,
That
the
one.
Oiran, I should
That
say. Yeah.
one, I agree. Yes.
Yeah, that one.
Yes. Daki.
Erika Lindbeck.
Yeah, that's what Erika Lindbeck also played a spider demon earlier in the show.
Well,
okay,
shoot.
this is why I thought they were the same person.
Gotcha.
Okay, great. Yes, that one.
Anyone else? Akaza.
How could you? I'm right here, Johnny.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah. And I believe we're going to be wrapping up today, but does anybody still have panel times or signing times down on the floor? So if you have further questions, feel free to come up and visit with everybody on the floor and say hi, get some things signed.
No, these chairs are really cozy. We don't want to leave.
I mean, we're going to take a nap right
just
here,
sign
so
right
all
here.
of you are going to leave. No.
We rock a little bit still.
Thank you so much, everybody.
Yeah,
Thank
we'll
you
be
all
there.
so much for coming.
Yay, thank you